Hey everyone, this is Miss P here, and I just wanted to do a short video to help you get started within your class. I'm going to be in a lot of foreign language classes, but I do want to stress to you that if you're in an AP or a science class, anything like that, your course is going to look just like this, except, of course, your course material is going to cover your subject and not Spanish or Latin or whatever class I'm in here. First thing I want to make sure you see when you log in is your teacher's name and contact information so you can get in touch with him or her. You can also click inbox and quickly send a message to your teacher there. Once you're ready to start working, you are going to click on modules, and this is where you will find all of the work that needs to be completed in your class, and you can scroll through and you can see all of it from here. What you need to make sure you understand is these numbers out from everything are very important because this 1.02 pretest is going to give you information about the actual pretest, which is what you find right here. This here 1.03 writing assignment is going to help prepare you for this assignment that says 1.03, and this here is where you submit that writing assignment. Now, oftentimes you will click on an assignment and all it will say is submit your work here. And that's because your work can be found, or the work that it wants you to do can be found in the previous link. And it wants you to click on these and go through this information before you try to submit anything for the actual assignment. Our courses do not have textbooks. The textbook is all of these links. If you see what looks like little chain links, that takes you to information pages, and that's basically your textbook, that's your lectures, that's your videos, that's everything can be found in these information pages. And something you need to pay close attention to is when you click on those links, rarely is it just one page that's going to come up. If you look right here, this is actually 8 different pages, and they're full of information. Again, they're full of videos and different things like that. And usually the last page or the next to the last page is the one that talks to you about the upcoming assignment that is due. For example, 1.08 has a voice activity. How do you know what to do for that voice activity? Click the red place right here that says 1.08. A new box will come up and it gives you questions that you are to answer in Spanish. I want to bring to your attention is oftentimes throughout the course there are little places where you can click to hear a recording. If you get a pop-up that says allow for this to play, for a flash to play, click allow and it will refresh the page, and all of those should work correctly. If you have any trouble with Flash Player or anything like that, or if it says that your Flash is old and needs to be updated, then you should go online and update it. It's a free update, or you should talk to somebody. If you're at school, talk to somebody who's over the computers and tell them that you need an update. But you can see now, you can listen to all of these recordings, and that's how you can hear the language if you're in a foreign language class. I left the Spanish class. I'm now in a physics class, but you can see it looks very similar. You've got the links to the information. This icon means it's a quiz or a test. This right here means it is an assignment that you need to upload or submit something. So for example, let's say I've completed this graph that I need to work on. To submit that file, you see the big red submit button, and again this is for all assignments. Right here, file upload, you're going to click choose file, find that file on your computer and just upload it. Or if you completed something in Google Docs, maybe you did this graph in Google Docs or Google Sheets, you can copy and paste a link to that document. You can copy a link to that document and you can paste it right here. Or let's say this isn't a graph, the question, but it just asks you a couple of questions. You can answer those questions right here also. If it's a longer type essay, I would not do it in this text entry box because you're going to want to do it in Word or in Google Docs so you can have spell check and get in the layout that it needs to be in. But if it's just asking you one or two questions, you can answer those questions in the text entry box. For all of them, once you're done, you just click on Submit Assignment at the bottom, and as soon as you're due, your teacher will have that assignment and have that submission to be able to grade it. Quizzes, again, you'll know it's a quiz because you'll see this little rocket. Make sure that you don't click on those. Don't go into the quiz until you are 100% ready to take the quiz. If you go into it and then you exit out of it early, and let's say you say, oh my goodness, I don't know any of this, and you just click the back button and exit out, it's going to give you a 0 for that quiz, and we don't want that to happen. However, some quizzes, such as this one, you do get multiple attempts, or like this one, you get unlimited attempts. And so this is just a very short quiz that the teacher wants you to take just to help you with some vocabulary. And so they're okay with you taking it over and over to help you understand that vocabulary. However, I will stress that it's not going to be the exact same questions over and over. So you're not going to get the same 6 questions every time you click to retake the test. It will run through a large question bank. However, it will cover the same words and it will help you with your vocabulary. A lot of the foreign language courses have quizzes and even tests that can be taken multiple times. However, I do stress you will not see the same questions over and over. You will have different questions. Quizzes and tests are very easy. They're usually just multiple choice and matching. You can see these down here are matching. When you're done, you're going to click Submit Quiz at the bottom. It's telling me I have 3 unanswered questions, and so I would want to go back and answer those if I was really submitting this for a grade. But when you have submitted it fully, you're going to click OK. And then your quiz grade is going to come up. So this one is one that the computer can grade automatically because it's all multiple choice, matching, true, false, things like that. The computer can grade automatically and will give you your grade immediately. Now, if there were any essay questions on this quiz, it would give you a partial grade. The computer would grade everything it could, like all of the multiple choice questions, but you would wait for your teacher to come in and grade your essay. The thing I want to show you is an online discussion, or what's called an online forum. And after I show you this is everything that you're going to see in your class. You're either going to see a link to information, you're going to see a link to a quiz, a link to an assignment, or a link to a discussion or a forum. The big thing you need to understand about a forum is as soon as you respond to it, everyone in the class can see what you wrote. So, no one is ever going to ask you, or at least your teacher is never going to ask you to give your email address in a forum, your phone number, any kind of personal information like that. Most forums are just, students talking to each other about, for example, here, French. As you can see, I've moved into a French class. This is a forum in French too, and it asks you some questions in French, and it tells you how to respond, and it also says please respond to at least one other student in class. And when you are ready to respond, you're just going to click on reply. And when you click reply, a text box comes up and you just type your answers to whatever questions were asked in this text box. And as soon as you hit post reply, again, everyone in the class can see your response, and then that is also when you can then go in and see everyone else's responses and you can respond to classmates. The last thing I want to show you is I want to bring to your attention this grades link. This is great because it's a great way for you to keep up with how you're doing in the class. When your teacher grades information or grades your work, she's going to, he or she will give you feedback, and this is where you can see the feedback. You can at any time come in and scroll to the very bottom and see your overall grade. You can see every assignment that you have to do between the beginning of the semester and the beginning of the semester is all listed here. So it helps you kind of stay on track, and it helps you see how far along you are in the class and also how much you have left to do before you are 100% complete. This helps as you get started in your class, and I just want to stress one more time that modules page is where you're going to find all of your class information. And these numbers are just so important. You can't do this assignment until you click and go through here and see what the instructions are for this assignment. Also, it's very important if you ever, let's say you click on this page and the page does not load on your computer and you're having trouble, technology trouble. You can, from our home page where you log in, right down here it says need help. You can click that link and fill out what we call a trouble ticket. And if you're filling that out because you can't get, for instance, this page to load correctly, then what you need to tell me in the trouble ticket is I'm enrolled in French 2 and page 1.00 will not load for me. And that's going to be enough information for me to come in and immediately know what I can do and what I need to look at to see how I can help you. Whereas if you just emailed or if you just filled out a trouble ticket and said, I'm having trouble getting a page loading from Module 3, I mean, these are all pages that you could possibly be having trouble with, and I'm not going to be able to narrow it down. So use these numbers to help you stay on track. Use these numbers to help you when you're needing help with if you don't understand how to conjugate a verb here, then you're going to ask Miss Davis, I'm having trouble with 3.05. Can you help me? And again, it's going to be a way to make it so that we can go directly to where you need help and help you immediately. So I hope everyone has a great semester, and I just want to stress you have a lot of people here to help you. You have your teacher, you have me, you have your school counselor who can help you some or can email or call me to help. So please just don't be afraid to reach out to us, especially in the beginning right now as you're getting started in the class. Keep in mind you are not alone as you work through this class. Thanks, guys, and again, have a great semester.